So that was kind of you're right. That it's interesting that he got a top 10 when they don't usually run well at Martinsville.
I mean, though, he wasn't much better than that. That was probably
Mm-hmm.
about as high as he got. You never heard his name. He wasn't really a threat. I mean, you could say that about a lot of people, but 10th is 10th.
13th human pinball machine from that day. You know who I'm talking about? Can you guess?
No.
Michael Waltrip.
Oh, I was thinking somebody else.
Well, not him. He was nowhere close.
Nice job. Okay. I've been saying all season that he not every week the results have showed it, but he has run much better this year. Much better.
Yeah, but better being 15th.
15th to 3rd. Yeah. I mean,
15th to 20th.
He's got 2 top 10s, I'm pretty sure. He's got 2. I know he's got one.
One was at Daytona, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, he got one at Daytona, didn't he?
Oh, well, but I don't know. I know he has.
I'm just saying, if he's got 2 top 10s and one of them is Daytona, we throw Daytona out, remember?
But he did run well there.
Yeah, but it's Daytona. I mean, you kind of throw it out.
I think he's running much better, and it's impressive because of where that team was, A, but B, how he started the race.
Mm-hmm.
He was a lap down, tapped the wall, and good finish for him. And David Rudiman would have finished. He finished 20th, I think. Would have finished. He was running 9th to 12th.
He was in the top 10 most of the day,
and just got spun.
All right, the last guy I'm going to point to, going back to last week again, Marcus Ambrose finished 14th. So the question is, do they just have a good short track program, or is he showing some signs of life over here?
I want to see.
You wanna see a big track?
Texas or Atlanta or.
Yeah.
That's great, 10th and 14th or 9th and 14th in consecutive weeks.
10th and 14th.
But that's 2 short tracks in a row. I'm happy for him, but I really want to see like Texas or even like a Phoenix, just anywhere different besides short tracks.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the ones I want. That's all I had. I should have put down Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart finishing 3rd was a big deal too. Like I've been saying, I needed to see something like this from him. I'm not willing to concede anything yet. I probably won't be until like June or July. But
and we're gonna fight that all the way.
Yeah, but it was a good run. It's a step in the right direction. We will have to wait and see if it's an aberration. Like I said, he can run top 10. He hadn't shown me top 5 speed. He had top 5 speed on Sunday. Now, next step is show me consistently. And if you can do it consistently, I'll start to believe Chase.
Yeah, and
I'll start to believe win a race.
And the other, just to round it out, both have been pretty impressive all year. 4th and 5th, Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer.
Yeah.
They've been pretty.
Yeah. There you go. There's like your 1st and 2nd points, and I get the feeling Boyer's probably going to end up probably 3rd or 4th by Richmond. I think. I mean, I maybe take a little bit away from him, but I'm getting the feeling that somebody's going to start getting hot in a way that he can't keep up with, and we'll pass him in points. But I think he'll be top 5 by the time we get to Richmond. I think Gordon will be the first one to get to Richmond. Now, I don't know how many wins they'll have, so I can't really make any proclamations, but yeah, I think those two will be. I think we'll see them, a lot of them this year now.
And what's funny is we talked a few weeks ago about Clint Boyer, just statistics wise, with ending up with somewhere around only 6 top 5s and then like 20 top 10s. Mm-hmm. He's got 3 already.
Yeah, he's already burned up half of his top 5s. So you get no more, Clint.
He's very impressive. And Denny Hamlin was impressive, though I don't know how impressive he really was, considering we know he runs well there.
Well, he ran a lot better technically this year at this race than he did last year. He won last year's race, but that was because of 2 tires. He took a 2-tire pit stop with like 50 to go. That's why he ended up winning. This year, he dominated. The fact that he didn't win was almost surprising because he dominated. So I'm hopeful for Denny. I'd like to see Hamlin run well, but if he didn't win today, I don't know when he's going to win.
We'll see.
Or Sunday.
Stay tuned.
All right, moving on. I woke up this morning. Now, I'm going to tell a little story here, a little tangent. I get up in the morning on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I work at 4 a.m.
He gets up obscenely early. He gets up earlier than anybody should ever be up. I just want to say that.
I got up at 3 a.m.
That's too early.
In the morning.
And I'm a morning person.
And, I get on my computer for a few minutes, and right away the first thing I see, big news story of the day, it sounds like an April Fool's joke, but it's not, that the Denver Broncos are going to trade Jay Cutler. They are actively shopping him now, and I love it. I'm loving this.
I can't believe it. I knew they were going to trade him like when it first started. I just think that I honestly, it really to me either seems like a dream or an April Fool's joke, a bad April Fool's joke. I cannot believe he cannot, and they've said this in many different outlets, and I agree. I cannot believe that he, quite frankly, is being a baby. Does nobody? I mean, apparently everybody else agrees with me, but I just can't believe that other people don't see that he's. What are they supposed to do? He's being a giant. He's being a giant baby. He's being.
Well, especially
I mean, he's an adult and he's acting. He's acting like he's 10.
Well, and especially since the reason this is according to the Broncos, the reason they have decided to actively pursue trading him now is because in the last 10 days, both the coach McDaniels and the owner, I can't remember the owner's name. I know it says I have an article right here I'm looking at. I can't remember his name. The owner of the Denver Broncos both have tried to get in contact with him, tried to call him, and he will not answer them, like you said. And it's kind of like it's like they suddenly realized how mad he was. I think everybody was aware when it all started that it was over, but they seem to almost be in denial about it. And can you blame them? I mean, Pro Bowl quarterback, you don't want to have to get rid of him because he's crying, but he is.
I just disagree with this. I mean, I agree with what they're doing. I disagree with him. I like him. He's a good player, and obviously you have the Kansas City Chiefs bias in there, but I just can't, and I know you're loving it. I cannot believe that he can't get over it's a business. They made a mistake by not telling you that they were thinking about it, but it's so frustrating.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing about, and quarterbacks have such fragile psyches that they need to feel like you've got their back. Quarterbacks do not play well when they think that you're not behind them, And if they're hearing footsteps or looking over their shoulder, they don't play well normally. Few guys step up, when that happens. But there's like 6 teams that are expected to be a part of this. All right. So
and two of them, I'm hoping.
Okay, we've got the New York Jets.
I could see that.
They need to replace. I've heard people call Cutler Brett Favre Jr. So,
well, and the dual side of that is Kellen Clemens. Really. Once again, no disrespect. It's just, is he really going to lead you?
That reminds me. I have a quick rant. One thing I hate hearing. Because we're coming to the draft here now, and we're going to hear about this not too long after the draft, is teams are going to draft quarterbacks in the 2nd and 3rd round of the draft, thinking that they were going to intentionally prepare them for being a starter in the NFL. And I cannot think of a single quarterback who was drafted 2nd or 3rd round with the intention of being the starter in 2 or 3 years down the road ever actually succeeding. I think it's the stupidest idea to think that you are going to intentionally do that. If you're getting a quarterback lower than the 1st round that ends up being good, it's luck. It really is.
Tom Brady,
Montana. You know the names. We don't have to go over it. But then so that's the thing. Kellen Clemens was a 2nd round draft pick from like 2 or 3 years ago that was going to, mentor under Chad Pennington, take over the reins one day and everything. And I say BS. There's no way you are intentionally doing that.
Once again, our resident director of common sense, they need to make that a position.
Yeah. The vice president of common sense. I'm going to admit right now, I stole that from ESPN columnist Bill Simmons. I'm a complete hack. I don't have any original ideas.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you took that.
No, well, I mean, I've said the way I phrased it at one point too was I think NASCAR, like the entity that is NASCAR, going back real quick, needs a VP of common sense to tell them don't do that. Because and it's because I don't think they.
That's funny the way you said that.
Yeah, well, that's it. Is basically it's like don't do that. That doesn't make any sense. You guys aren't thinking right. But yeah, I mean, his whole perspective was teams need it and teams do need it, but so do like NASCAR teams need it. That's why I was phrasing it to you. But anyway, again, I'm going off on these huge tangents. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who they've got.
I just feel like that team has like 8 quarterbacks.
Who do they have again? They still have the rights to Jake Plummer, don't they? Like 3 years down the road since they traded for him, and the year he retired.
Oh yeah.
But Gruden's gone, so he doesn't.
They've got like 8 quarterbacks.
Well, they had Garcia. Garcia they released. I think that's Brian Greasy and Bruce Gradkowski. Those are the 2 quarterbacks they have right now.
Well, then they could use Cutler for sure.
Detroit Lions.